Okay, go ahead, Sofia.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me. My name is Sofia Bonilla, and I'm the founder and CEO of Hope Pet Food. I took the leap from academia to entrepreneurship to create the future of pet food, healthy, nutritious, and sustainable. In the current pet food landscape, consumers face two options: outdated pet food with fillers and low-quality ingredients, and on the other hand, we keep seeing the rise of things like raw and fresh pet food, and these two options really overlook a critical issue, and it's the fact that animal proteins come with a lot of concerns for pet parents. First, there is a growing number of pets with food allergies. 96% of food allergies in dogs are due to livestock, poultry, and fish ingredients. And pet food also comes with a massive environmental impact, and 70% of that impact is, again, due to these traditional proteins. There are things like unknown quality, like hormones, the presence of hormones, antibiotics. And of course, animal welfare is something that has become more known in and will be, it's an issue that will be growing in the future. The fact is that we want to remove traditional animal ingredients, even from our own diets. But in the case of pet food, plants are simply not enough. They lack essential nutrients, and so this leads to an increase in synthetic supplements, which come with risks in our pets' health, but also are traditionally sourced from petroleum-derived chemicals. Our solution to this problem is really providing a balanced and sustainable approach to pet nutrition and transcends the limitations of meat-based and plant-based options. Our ingredients are not only nutrient-rich, but are hypoallergenic. They also significantly reduce the environmental impact from 50 to 70%, depending on whether you compare it to chicken or beef. And one of the best parts of this solution is that pets are particularly fond of the nutty and umami taste of these ingredients. The good news is that there are already many available ingredients commercially that we can use for our formulas, like the products that we have currently available in the market, but there is untapped potential given the thousands and thousands of species from insects, algae, and fungi that we can use in the future of pet food. We solve the nutrition puzzle with an evidence-based approach with two main components. So we create meat-free and fish-free formulas that reduce the use of synthetic supplements. And we are also developing our own ingredients. So we have a proprietary strategy to grow an algae species that has a unique nutritional profile that provides essential nutrients that are difficult to find in non-animal sources and that have been traditionally provided in alternative pet food through synthetic supplements. The alternative protein pet food is still in its early stages, but considering the insights from existing plant-based and insect-based segments, we project our potential market in North America to be over $10 billion. Pet food is a resilient and recession-proof market. And in our particular segment, we see a lot of driving trends that will continue, that will help us, that will allow us to see continued growth in this segment, such as premiumization, functionality, sustainability, and this idea of seeing food as medicine. Our go-to-market strategy is really reaching health and eco-conscious pet parents where they shop with our insect protein line. So we are executing a multi-channel strategy. First, going to retail, we have Hope Pet Food brand in specialty pet, and we recently launched our grocery exclusive line called Sniff Natural Pet. Our value proposition is hypoallergenic and sustainable protein, natural and limited ingredients, and science-backed. We're at the second stage in this go-to-market strategy is really investing more in direct-to-consumer and e-commerce, which is something that we haven't done until now. And the third part is really like the distribution is an important part of the business, but we also have to educate for pet parents and become leaders in the space through transparency and education, such as carbon labels and pet nutrition education to pet parents. Our early adopters are really driven by sensitivities and allergies, and they have a desire for functional, natural, and sustainable products. We know that over 60% of pet parents are willing to pay more for sustainability. 43% are open to insect protein for their pets, and if we look at other alternative proteins that are, this number is even higher. And 35% of pet parents think that their pet has sensitivities. These are just two quotes from some of our current customers mentioning dietary restrictions, really looking at health and eco-consciousness in the products that they purchase for their pets. The competitive landscape looks like this. What sets us apart is really clean labels, ingredient diversity, and evidence-based approach. In this diagram, you'll see we have traditional proteins and we have novel proteins on this side, and we have fillers and synthetics associated with a lower quality, less premium pet food, and then clean labels. As you see, where we differentiate is really pushing the novel ingredients, adding more than plants, adding more than insects, and also looking at this from a puzzle perspective so that we don't have to add synthetic supplements. In the past 2 years, we've made significant progress and obviously many pivots along the way. We've established our supply chain. We have a product line with 3 different formats. So we work with 3 different manufacturers. We have a patent pending ingredients in the pipeline, and this includes one patent application in the US. We've obtained over $250,000 in non-dilutive funds. We just got B Corp certification, which is really important to communicate with consumers, and they appreciate the high quality of these type of certifications. And in the summer, we had a busy summer where we were able to secure distribution partnerships for specialty pet in Western Canada and for grocery Canada-wide with a major distributor. So these distribution partnerships allow us to give us access to over 4,000 points of sale in Canada. So here are the key milestones for our 18-month plan. We really want to leverage this existing distribution network in Canada and grow our presence in retail stores. We'll do that. So we'll leverage the existing distribution network, but we'll also add a product line, and we plan to launch in the US next year. So with these key milestones, we expect to be in around 500 stores by the end of next year, and by June 2025 to reach $150,000 in sales per month, taking into account the Canadian and the US market. These are our financial projections, which show a strong growth, again, driven by this distribution network and expanded product line. So this is predicted based on our current sales, and we plan to grow to over $260,000 due to our extended distribution, but also efforts in e-commerce, for example, like Amazon. And then in 2025, once we are able to secure more partnerships in the US, then we will be able to see these exciting growth and be positive net income by the end of 2025 as well. So this is the team behind Hope. I am Sofia, and I have over 15 years of experience working at the intersection of biology, environment, and engineering. I lead this small but mighty team. We have a pet nutritionist, we have someone in retail sales, and a fractional CFO. We have many advisors, but I decided to put these 3, which have supported us from the beginning, from pet health, entrepreneurship experience to retail, and my PhD supervisor, who is also very supportive for our novel ingredients. we're with all this traction and strategic growth plans, we really want to leverage these distribution networks and see the growth that we can see with these access. And so we're raising $1 million, $500,000 in a convertible loan, and we'll leverage that with government grants. We want to expand and secure the distribution network in Canada and launch in the United States. We'll use some of those funds for product development and also to advance our technology readiness level of the patent pending ingredients from 3 to 6. And with that, thank you so much for your time, and I'm happy to take feedback. I think there are no questions. Thanks.
Wonderful. Great job. You're under 11 minutes, so
Yeah.
fantastic timing. No, that's great. So thank you so much, Sofia. And Alec, you're unmuted, so we'll start with you and your feedback and questions.
Oh, darn. Okay. Well, fascinating, Sofia. You know, I have to say, this is not my area of expertise. I have friends who are in the product market like this. It runs by a very different set of metrics, like, you know, you need to be profitable, basically, very quickly. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I can say. Yeah, a few comments on what you did say. You mentioned you came from academia at the beginning, which I thought right off the bat, because this is a pet food business. So I would recommend you either skipping that and waiting until you get to your team, or mention you know, your qualifications a little bit more when you did that. You know, pet parents, you know, actually I had, my dog passed away about 2 years ago, but I guess pet parents, I hadn't really heard that one, but that's fine. I think the problem slide needs a little bit of reworking or simplification or something. There's just a bit too many words around it. I mean, in the end, it was the allergies, the environmental impact, the quality, the hormones. I mean, you had the points there, but it wasn't clear from the imagery and stuff like that for me right off the bat, what was the issue. You know, so then once you went into the solution, I kind of figured out, oh, okay, now I know, you know, how this is so different and a novel approach. And I kind of understood what you're trying to say in the problem, but the problem slide needs to be better defined, I think. Yeah, and then when on the solution, you had pictures of the product already, so I was a little confused. So, I mean, eventually it comes out where you are with your sales and everything, and it's great. You're launching your product, you're seeing great growth initially. So maybe you want to explain your current situation a little bit earlier, would be my thought. Yeah, and I obviously from that, I was wondering, like, who is manufacturing this? So, you know, you had your slide, which was titled First Product Line and Distribution Network. That was a long title for basically explaining where the start of the company is and where it stands right now. So maybe a little bit of wordsmithing around that, but I'm curious as to who's actually manufacturing the product, who's making it.
Yeah. No, so we work with 3 different manufacturers.
Yeah, okay. So that wasn't clear to me. I don't know if you mentioned that. You showed the team, and I was expecting there's going to be a insect grower and insect chopper guy or something in there. So it kind of then, I guess the question of, if you're not manufacturing, then yeah, what is protecting your IP and those kind of things would be some questions I would have. On your milestones, you had 5 FTEs. That's full-time equivalents?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I mean, a little confusing, I guess, because I didn't know who was manufacturing, or the fact that you'd outsourced your manufacturing. And again, maybe this is totally standard in this part of the business. That's fine. You know, your sales numbers were there, showing the growth was great, probably totally feasible. I would like to see some margins on that as well, because in this business, profitability is very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope that helps.
Thank you. Yeah, it does.
I thought it was a really good presentation, very well structured and clear. Of course, Alec brings up good points. I'm not a pet parent myself, but I think the appeal to pet parents is there, and the success. Two key things will contribute to the success is marketing, really strong marketing message, and margins. Those will be key. So I'd focus maybe a little more on those two points.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I think the margins, yeah, I just need to add them because they're nothing to hide. It's just, yeah, where to put them, but I'll find the first. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I have some good friends that are in the product business, and I know it's yeah, I'm not sure like the tech angle on this exactly. Obviously, you have some unique formulas and an innovative message, and you have your research, which sounds great. And I mean, I totally believe insects are going to be the future of everybody's diet, not just animals, our furry kids. But yeah, yeah, I'm not sure on the tech side. So you have to have a story that you're licensing the formulas or something like that, but you're building your own brand and stuff like that. So I know from a distribution standpoint, understanding your gross profit and stuff like that is pretty key. You have to be profitable from the get-go. Now you may be losing money due to some other marketing or overhead or research or other things that you're doing, but yeah, the product needs to be profitable.
Yeah, and it is. Yeah, we like our cost of goods, our COGS is around $2.20 per treat, and our suggested retail price is $10. So we have those healthy margins. But yeah, I just haven't put those numbers somewhere, so I'll do that.
I think making that patented formula and the environmental sustainability message pop out more. I know it's there, but just kind of make it more in your face type thing.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm loving the addition of the dogs and the animals in general.
Yeah, it's been a journey because I like my first deck had a lot of dogs, and then it was like, no, it's not serious enough, so remove all the dogs.
Oh.
No, I'm like, yeah, you need that emotional connection, so bring more dogs.
Yeah. It's always a balance, right? And it's always who are you reaching, and you're taking in that feedback to maybe the degree. Maybe it was maybe you went too far one way or the other, but you found a beautiful medium, and I think it definitely is pulling on the heartstrings of pet parents. As everyone that I know that has animals now definitely refers to themselves as the pet parent. So I love that. Is there any other questions or feedback that anybody has for Sofia before we conclude?
I'd agree. More pictures of dogs for sure. Yeah, and I'm glad there's no cats in there.
Oh.
And be careful who you listen to.
Well, that's just how it is. It's either dogs or cats. So I'm fully behind you.
We want to make cat products, but yeah, no pictures. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Cats are cute too. I end up watching cat videos for some reason too.
This is key. This is really a lesson in knowing your investor, right? So in Sofia's case, whenever you go and set up those meetings, do as much digging as you can to find out, are they cat people or are they dog people? So that's key. Okay, fantastic. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much.
Your feedback has been great. We also, I did add the feedback form for our investors on the call. So if you have additions to anything additional to provide in terms of feedback for Lou or Sophia, if you could pop it in there, even bullet point form is great. We like to gather that feedback and then have it in written format, even though we also have the video recording. So just keep that in mind. As well for Sophia and Lou, I'm just sharing a feedback form for the two of you to provide feedback just on pitch practices in general. We're trying to understand, the impact that it's had in terms of your growth over the last 5 weeks. So if you could fill that out, that would be great. Thank you all very much. We appreciate your time, and this has been wonderful.
Thank you. Enjoy the
Bye.
weekend.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.